Coronel sometimes
Good
thinks it's so
morning,
good.
class
Please mute
7B.
Coronel now.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy to know that you all are having some energy and hopefully this will continue till the end of the day. One important thing, so you know that
I am not energetic.
you
I
are
am
not
not
energetic.
didn't even know what happened to me.
Newspaper I was seeing
No,
that
no.
our school
Get up.
will reopen
Give
on
5 jumps.
February.
You will get some energy and I want you all to,
No, seriously, like
Please see the chat.
I have
Our
something.
school open
I
on
have
February.
something that isn't good.
No, do not sit under your blankets. Do not think that it is, how hot or cold. You should be fully energized and energetic. And that is why, I try to talk to you all in this.
I am
so
not
that you
in
all get
my.
some energy before the
And
class.
you know, ma'am, when I woke up, I was wishing. That time I wake up, sit on the computer and see a mail. Dear all, due to network issues, I will not be taking a class today. I
Who?
didn't see what. I wanted to see a mail like this in the morning.
You wanted
Yes, ma'am. Same.
Ma'am, me too.
Totally same.
Me too,
I
I want to
wanted
sleep.
that only.
I'm
In the
telling
morning,
your
open the
mother
mail and see dear all, I can't take the
Obhiru
class.
has such a wish. So, okay.
Ma'am,
Such a mail you will see on Wednesday. I fulfill your wish. On Wednesday, I hope you get a mail that today, not due to network issues, today we are not going to take a class and Wednesday is going to be a holiday.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Wednesday is a national holiday. The national holiday.
So you all are going to have a nice
Ma'am, what happens is here in
Ma'am,
Purnima
empty
we have
veggies.
all veg food, okay? No, what should I say? No onions, no garlic, anything. So what happens is that yes, we were talking to our mother to make momo. So what happened is my sister
short,
means
short.
elder.
Make it short. Yeah, what happened
Yes,
is
my small, not small sister, she is bigger than me, but in height small. So she told that we have Niramis on Wednesday. So I told why? Because
Wednesday.
yes, I told my sister told why because it is 26 January.
Maybe it's some kind of a
Ma'am,
that
I
people
thought
can
my
Every
birthday is
Wednesday
also
we
Wednesday.
get
I
all the
don't
people
have-
have a network problem.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I am
My
going
sister
to
was
miss
fired.
tomorrow's.
Network problem.
Ma'am, I am
Now,
going to miss
I think-
all of tomorrow's classes, okay? Because I'm going to take a USG.
Okay,
If you know what that is.
you just send me a mail or tell your parents to send a mail and mark the subject.
I will
with
send a
this
mail. I will send a mail. Yeah, in the
Yes.
evening.
And
With
in
whom you
newspaper
have
I was seeing that our school will reopen in February.
School will reopen in February. That is what we are also hearing. If things go the way as planned, then first again for 9 to 12 only. Okay, because 10s and 12s, they have their exams. The second part. What I
So
have
what will happen to
I
us?
you something right now. Don't think so much. Right now, Friday is your assessment on Akbar, Jahangir, and Shah Jahan. Let us finish this part. Then I will.
Will there be Babar and Humayun and Shershah?
No, not in this written assessment, not in this assessment, but when I start your orals, I will keep it for the entire Mughal Empire. So, when I take your orals,
Will this
And
test
if you
be
don't finish
Bicon
Shahjahan today, then what will you do?
as well as in writing also?
I will tell you on the test day, so you thoroughly read the topics. Yes, Shubhayan, what were you asking?
I mean, if we don't finish Shahjahan today, then the test should be postponed. If we
No,
don't,
absolutely not. We will finish Shah Jahan today at any
okay,
time.
then very good.
Okay, don't.
I
will
was
take
thinking
extra
that only.
classes.
So one thing that
Yes,
I
I
would
will
like
take
to
extra.
say is prepare the 3 topics thoroughly. I have shared the study material as requested by you all, though it is absolutely from your book only. But I still will say that, you children need to understand this, that the reading the book is also important. So read your book. There are some places which have a little detailed account in your book. So give it a reading. But yes, what you can refer, you can make things from the subheadings that are given in the study material. It has in points. The subheadings remain so. Like from Akbar, I discussed some questions that can come. So in the same way, from from this one, Jahangir also, there are some questions that come. Firstly, the thing will be, when did Jahangir occupy the throne, Mughal throne? Then one question is, what situation led to a long conflict between the Mughals and the Sikh? What situation? So then the first point, or what incident, instead of situation, I can ask you, what
And what is the meaning of conflict?
conflict means what? Not agreeing between two people or
Starting a revolt.
quarrel, disagreement, any kind of
Argument or
disagreement,
rebellion.
any kind of yeah, it's a quarrel, disagreement, okay, which led to a what incident? So this incident must be there. Then another question can be, what were the achievements of Jahangir as a ruler? So you can start like this, that Jahangir was a good military general, not as good as his father, but he also managed the kingdom efficiently. He annexed Kangra, and he annexed Ahmednagar, and he established a strong control over Bengal and Awadh. Okay, so and so this way you need to maintain. So his achievements, he also maintained a policy of religious tolerance, you can add. Now this is about Jahangir's achievements as a ruler. If I ask you, so Kangra, Ahmednagar, having a control over Bengal and Awadh. So this next will be, why was Kandahar an important place to the Mughals? So this can be one way of questioning. So then also you have to frame it from these 3 points. Why was Kandahar important? Another question can be, why was the loss of Kandahar a severe blow? And why was Kandahar lost? So then you have to write about here that Prince Khurram refused to listen to his father and protect the boundary from Kandahar, hence taking advantage of the the situation. The Persians defeated the Mughal army and captured Kandahar. So you have to talk about this Prince Khurram who refused to go and defend Kandahar because he thought his father would, remove him from the list of who can be the next king. Remember, so this loss of Kandahar is an important thing. Another thing I can ask you is, write a short note on Noor Jahan, or who was Noor Jahan? Write a short note on her. Maybe 3 marks question or 4 marks max to max. So you have to write about her in brief. And lastly, definitely relation with the Europeans. Also, you read the relation with the Europeans, and I can ask you in short also, who was the, if it's a short question, who was the British who was the British person who came to Jahangir's court?
Thomas Roe.
Why was his visit very important or very significant? Or I can ask you, why was
his mission was very important to seek protection for the English East India Company's factory at Surat.
Right? And why was his visit very significant? You will definitely mention because he gave a detailed account of the Mughal court during that time. And his information, how are we getting so much information about the Mughals? Through written records, through monuments, so sources of history. His written records, his writings are a very, very important source of history for the Mughal period. So his visit was even more important because of this reason. Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I want to ask that why in most of the rulers that we have learned from Babur, Humayun, Sher Shah and all those, so why Bengal was very important? Because most of the rulers captured Bengal.
2 reasons. There are 2 reasons. First,
Fertile.
They had port. Fertile regions, port.
Bengal has a lot of ports, ports. through which trade could
Lot of
flourish, and ma'am, it was
boats,
very
but
fertile.
yes, through the water
And fertile soil.
connection of the waterways, Bengal is the place where the river Ganga is ending. Okay, Ganga Brahmaputra was there. So ships used to come via the Bay of Bengal and then take the Ganga and come to the interior heartland of India. So first through oceans and seas, and then through the river, it can get into the heartland of India. Hence, Bengal port was very, very important. So if they are carrying things through using river Ganga, they could enter, the full Bay of Bengal, the full Indo-Gangetic, a long part of the Indo-Gangetic, they can take the ships even inside. Also, Bengal was a port, so many times they used to what is a port? A port is a place where unloading of cargo takes place. People, goods that are brought, everything is unloaded, and then through smaller boats or thing, using the Ganga was used to transport these things to further interior.
Ganga was a major water transportation river.
Absolutely, it was a major river used for transportation, and even now it is, because many things are traded via waterways only. And of course, the fertility of the soil of Bengal, where plenty of crops could be grown. It's a fertile alluvial soil, which makes the land a very, very,
Also, the Chotanagpur plateau has a lot of minerals.
Yeah, a lot of minerals, not in Bengal, but yes, you can say that nearby Bengal, but that point of time, iron ore was found in this region. Of course, from a long, long time in history, iron ore was found in the Chotanagpur region, which is close to Bengal. Okay, now
Durgapur Asansol is in the Chotanagpur plateau only.
Yeah, Shinjana, what is your question quickly?
No, ma'am. My question was solved.
Oh, okay. Your question was solved. Okay, so
Ma'am.
Jahan, Sir Thomas Roe, as I said, all these things will be, I'll take your question. Just hold on a little bit. These are important parts from Jahangir. Now, you already know, towards the later part of Jahangir's reign, Jahangir became absolutely disinterested in the works of the Mughal court. He became disinterested in what is going on, and he was spending a life of luxury, life of comfort, and he was not interested in what is happening, and he started allowing his wife to take the decisions on behalf of him, who was Noor Jahan. And Noor Jahan, she is known as the light of the world. She was, because of her radiant beauty, it said that she was so beautiful. There was always a radiance around her. But she was not only externally beautiful, as a beautiful woman I'm talking about. She was an efficient woman with a lot of intelligence. She was extremely intelligent, and she maintained, what should I say? She maintained
on behalf of
control. Yes, the Mughal courtiers used to go to her for
Can you tell the name again?
Noor Jahan. It's already given. So the Mughal courtiers used to go to her for advice, for anything, and she used to take the decisions on behalf of her husband. Her husband also allowed her that you take the decisions, and he got very addicted to various things in his later life. Now, Noor Jahan was helped by three people: his father, his brother, who were courtiers in the Mughal court, and his stepson, Prince Khurram. His stepson, Prince Khurram, also became very popular in the Mughal court and among the nobles and all, because he too showed good signs of management, and he too used to manage the kingdom with his stepmother, taking decisions, helping her. Now, slowly, when he noticed that, Noor Jahan was getting a lot of importance, he tried to get the attention and focus on him. But then Jahangir died, and after Jahangir's death, Noor Jahan took retirement from the court life, and she said that I will not be involved in anything, and she just retreated to her palace. Hence, Khurram, Prince Khurram, became the king of the Mughal Empire after Jahangir.
Jahangir.
Became the king. Yes. Tell, ma'am.
No, ma'am, I told Jahangir.
When he became the king, he took the name Shah Jahan. Jahan, always you will see the common word. Jahan means the world. So, which means Shah, you know, the king, king of kings.
Ma'am, Shah means king.
Shah of the
Ma'am,
world.
Shah means the emperor of the entire
World. Absolutely.
entire world, and Jahan means
And this is something you go to any foreign country. You go to any foreign country and tell I'm from India. They might not know anything else, but they will know about the Taj Mahal. So we know Shah Jahan.
Taj Mahal has spices.
Taj Mahal, more than spices, yes. Taj Mahal, oh India, Taj Mahal, and now there is Shah Rukh Khan also.
Ma'am, because it's the 7 wonders. It's
But
one
now there are cricketers and
It's one of the
actors like
7 wonders.
Ma'am, if we tell Shah Rukh Khan, one movie comes in our mind. Will I tell it?
Okay, yeah, Aronil in the chat box. Now, I want to say this, that Shah Jahan, like his grandfather, there were, few things. Till Shah Jahan, you will see that Akbar's son Jahangir, his son Shah Jahan, all of them had this quality that they were tolerant towards all religions. Yes, I will not say that like Akbar, they started doing Rajput rituals and all those things, but they were always tolerant towards other religions in their kingdom. And Shah Jahan was a lover of beauty. He liked everything nice and beautiful around him. He too, like his grandfather, was a great patron of art, learning, architecture, and all those things. More than as a military person or anything else, his achievements are in the field of art, architecture, learning, because he loved the beautiful things around him. He loved to beautify everything that is around him, and he patronized great learned men just like his grandfather. Before we go to his cultural achievements, but we should not forget that it's not that he was not a good military person. He definitely, his achievement.
Ma'am, in the Mughal Empire, we can find a common thing, the conflicts between the Mughals and the Sikhs, and the conflict between the Mughals and the Marathas.
Let me come to that. About the Sikh, you have already learned a little. Now you see, when Shah Jahan sat on the throne, his achievements, he suppressed quite a few rebellions in his kingdom, and he conquered places like Ahmednagar, Bijapur, and Golconda. So if you see Golconda, this was now in the Deccan region. So the Mughal Empire had spread a lot in the east and the west. Now the Mughal Empire was spreading down south. The Mughals were targeting the southern part of India, the Deccan region, and trying to capture these regions. And when they were trying to capture the Deccan region, against them, one more enemy arose in the Deccan, which became very, very powerful, and their enmity also continued for a long time. That was the Marathas. Marathas, if you actually see present day Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, parts of Karnataka, absolutely. These were the regions that were under the Marathas back then. Now, Marathas, because now see, Shah Jahan conquered Golconda. So Golconda, and also they are now in the Deccan. Mughals are now in the Deccan. In the Deccan region, under the official of Bijapur, there was a person called Shahaji Bhosle. He wanted to bring the Marathas together and rise as a Hindu power, and not only have good control over the south, but also capture Delhi. His son Shivaji, or whom we know as Chhatrapati Shivaji. About him, Chhatrapati Shivaji. So you will see he takes up this in a very great vigor and makes the Maratha Empire reach a great height. Yeah, but during Shah Jahan's reign only, the Mughal Empire is coming south and this conflict has started. Okay, so you can see these are certain important areas about Shah Jahan. Along with that, you can also say till now the economic condition of India was quite good. Now the Europeans are slowly gaining more power. Okay, so many European companies are gaining more power. More and more Europeans are coming to trade with India. This is leading to filling up of the royal treasury. The royal treasury is getting the money. India's trade is flourishing. Hence, along with the English East India Company, the Dutch people, Holland. So, you know, the Dutch people, they also they also set up an East India Company. And the English, they had set up their factory before. They had got permission for that. Now they set up trading centers in India itself, in Orissa, Madras, that is Chennai, and Hooghly. So Orissa, Madras, Chennai.
Isn't the Hooghly spelling wrong?
No, Hugli, Hooghly.
Ma'am, HOOGLI.
Sometimes that is
Ma'am,
sometimes used.
ma'am, my father's house.
Is also fine.
Ma'am, may I tell something?
Quickly.
Ma'am, my father's house. Yes,
HOGHLI.
ma'am. My father's house is at Diamond Harbor, so actually we have the Hooghly River.
Oh, you get
Talking
to
to
see
Diamond
that.
Harbour Port.
You've seen the river. Absolutely.
Actually,
Ma'am,
my
I
parents
also, when
went
I
to the
come
Diamond
from
Harbor.
Balichok, I see the Hooghly River.
Okay. Hooghly is also an important port of India. So you see, be it Chennai, be it, so they are trying to get control all over the eastern side of India. The eastern side of India, all the ports are now the British are setting up. Now the British are setting up their own trading centers in India, through which more Britishers are coming, and these Britishers who are coming, they're settling down, they are setting up trading centers, and in the English East India Company is gaining profit after profit.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
if you look up, okay, ma'am.
Okay, tell, complete.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if you look back in history, the British Empire was the vast empire in the world.
British,
Because if you see the where areas conquered, they conquered all over the continent.
they
all over the whole world.
different continents of
They
the world.
colonized actually.
I do agree.
More than that, there was Napoleon and that Genghis Khan.
But what the British did was, apart in
Please don't take Napoleon's name. He was a tyrant.
Africa, a point of time in America, they had in
I like
continents that way spread out. Anyway, so I was telling you.
Actually, Africa was conquered by two main countries. One was the British and the other one was French.
French, yes.
And eventually the French took over British.
Africa was almost always
Yes, and
under
also some
colonialism.
Germans
They were
and
never
Portuguese.
In
No,
India.
ma'am.
India.
No, ma'am.
Germany
Actually,
and
ma'am,
Belgium
France's
They
also.
were
main
kicked out
empire-
during World War II.
Ma'am, actually, France's emperor Napoleon actually only conquered Europe. He was about to
Napoleon
conquer.
went to Africa, but he was losing, so he left his army and came back.
Ma'am, the French attacked Asia.
Napoleon was defeated by Wellington in the Battle of Waterloo.
Okay. You will read
The
about
Russians kicked out
What about the
Napoleon.
Persian Empire?
Ma'am, they only conquered Russia only. Parts of Russia only.
a very big growing
No, Napoleon
But
was
later
got
on,
kicked
yes,
out of Russia.
British took over the French and it was their empire. Now, but listen to this. During this time, on one hand, the English was becoming more powerful, but the Portuguese started having a problem with the Mughals.
And Portuguese actually also conquered some parts of India, Pondicherry.
Wanted to. Now, Portuguese were one of the first who wanted to get India under their control. So they started not following the rules of the Mughal Empire. Whatever rules and whatever treaties were signed with the Mughals, whatever rules.
Actually, Portuguese were playing the game very much stupidly.
Yeah, let me finish. Then you all given your inputs. So as I was saying, the Portuguese had started, disobeying the Mughal rule. They had started disobeying the ruler. What did they do to disobey? Firstly, the Portuguese started building a fort in Hooghly. they were given permission to trade and certain free trading rights and all those, so that more traders come and the business is flourishing. India's economy is flourishing. Now they started gaining control over the Hooghly port by building a fort around it. And what they did was, the tax that was collected from traders that should be sent to the royal treasury, they started collecting the tax themselves, and they started keeping the tax for themselves whenever traders came. Also, during that time, there were sea pirates. Sea pirates used to loot the ships. So there were groups of sea pirates which used to trouble
Barbarians.
and the Portuguese gave those sea pirates protection. Okay, they said that because what were they wanting? They were wanting nothing, not that they wanted something else from the sea pirates. All they wanted was the Mughal rule to become weak and the Portuguese power to become strong, because they saw how much profit they can earn from the land of India. They also helped the king of Arakan, Myanmar, in against the Mughals. You see, these made Shah Jahan very angry, and he made the Portuguese, he said the Portuguese that I'm going
Ma'am, greed and unrighteousness had caught the Portuguese,
Absolutely.
which is why they
That is
forgot
what
their
caught
righteousness.
everyone, because of the richness of India's land. And here what we see is, ultimately Shah Jahan gets very angry with the Portuguese and he takes away many of the benefits given to them.
What is Arakan? What is Arakan?
It's Myanmar, present day Myanmar.
Arakan is Myanmar. You have no.
Arakan Yoma is a mountain range. So the king of Myanmar is called the Arakan ranges. So you will find that now Shah Jahan makes regulations, stricter rules that has to be followed, especially for the Portuguese, and he takes away many trading rights. So with the Portuguese, there is trouble, but with the British, there is good relation. And the British are spreading and they are setting up their own trading posts in India. This was the situation under Shah Jahan's reign. But as we all know, he is mostly known for his wonderful cultural contributions. Definitely, we know about the Taj Mahal, but many of us don't know that it was Shah Jahan who shifted the capital to Delhi.
He also built the Red Fort.
Fortified area in Delhi, which is known as Shah Jahanabad. Do you know about the name of the place called Chandni Chowk and all now? Old Delhi.
Yes,
What is
ma'am.
Chandni Chowk is in Kolkata.
My father's office is there, Chandni Chowk.
Chandni Chowk, not the Kolkata Chandni Chowk, the Delhi one.
Original
Oh,
one.
yes, Chandni Chowk in Delhi also we went there.
Shah Jahanabad. You will find Shah Jahan, actually, he was the one who built the Red Fort in Delhi, from where you will see every important
Which is so
thing
much huge.
now. You go to 26, day after tomorrow, you will find our Prime Minister giving the speech from the Red Fort that is built by,
Ma'am, I want to ask you something.
by Shah Jahan. Coming to your question. Also, you will find Shah Jahan, he loved spending. He loved spending on, beautification, built beautiful gardens around Delhi. He was the one during whose reign, for the first time, along with red sandstone, decorated marble was introduced. So decorated pieces of marble, it had beautiful flowers and all decorated on the marbles. This kind of work on the marble is known as pietra dura. Pietra dura is a type of decoration that you find on marbles and flowers and all. No human figures, but pietra dura is something that you can notice on the Taj Mahal. And you know what is very saddening is that when Shah Jahan had built this, in this pietra dura work, you would find on the Taj Mahal, he had actually put real gems and jewelry, stones and real things on the walls of Taj Mahal to make it even more shiny bright. The British had all taken it away. So if you go there, you will see many gaps. They had taken away real gems and jewelry from these.
But still, are there any gems?
Hardly.
There.
It is said that believe that on the top of the Taj Mahal, on the dome, there are some left. So the dome is very shiny.
And then people can go to the dome and steal the gems.
No. Now, though it's under government, you cannot do all these things. Of course, you can't do all these things.
Ma'am, can I tell you?
I
Shahjahan wanted to build a black temple for himself.
I would like you all to
fact.
1 minute. Let me finish. Otherwise, this will next
Rejoin.
do the fact sharing after we finish. So Shah Jahan built this in the memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz. Yes, she died giving birth to children to his child, and you know, Shah Jahan built this beautiful thing in her memory. Along with that, he spent a
Then
lot
will we rejoin?
beautification and all. And during Shah Jahan's reign only, the big peacock throne of the Mughal Empire was built. It is said that the peacock throne, if it would have been in India, it costed so much. It was so beautiful.
At that time, it was 1 crore.
It is still there now.
It said that it costed double or like I think 4 times the
It
Taj
has
Mahal.
been stolen by Nadir Shah. It is said that when Nadir
And
Shah
at least Britishers were a bit nice that
away, no, listen, when Nadir Shah raided India and he was taking away all of this from India, the throne was so heavy, he couldn't carry it himself. Yeah, it means in one piece. It had to be broken in parts to be carried out of India. So that was the riches during that point of time. Okay,